grade 1. Welcome back to Reader's Workshop. Now, before we get started with our reading, Miss Bia remembered it has been a very long time since we haven't talked about our super reader powers. Who remembers some of our powers? Can you think of something? So, let's look. First, we have picture power, using the picture to help us read when we don't know a word because it gives us the context of what it is we are reading. We also have pointer power, using our finger to point to the words to help us read so we don't skip anything. We have sound power, listening for those sounds to help us read, knowing that a word that starts with a k will not be banana, for example, right? Because it doesn't start with a k. And also using those sounds to sound out a word. So we have a word. Let's look at this. Okay, now let's draw another one. Okay, so we have two animals here. Judging by our picture power and what we know, it looks like a dog, right? Or at least it should. But now let's write what it is under the word. So, looking at the picture power, we see they look the same. But, so our first guess is it is a dog. But we see that the words are different. This is when we have to start using our sound power. We look at this word and we see a duh. So we're like, okay, duh. We can't read the word, but it looks like a dog. So duh, dog, it can probably be a dog, right? We look over here and we're like, oh, it's a dog. But it starts with a p. Does p sound like dog? No, right? So we know the word cannot be a dog. And we can't guess that it's dog because we know it starts with a p. So don't forget your sound power when you are reading. So we have p, e, p, p, puppy, right? Using our sound power to stretch and blend the words, we know that the word is puppy, and here we have dog. So we first use our picture power, and when that doesn't work, because we have our sound power, we know that we have dog and puppy. We also have pattern power. Just like in the story with the ducks yesterday, we have a pattern in our stories a lot of the time. So I go to the beach, I go to the park, I go to the supermarket, and so on. Look for that pattern to help you read. And then we have our snap words. These are words you need to know in a snap. So you are reading them and they can help you read. So when you see the word I, you don't even have to think about it because you know it's I. But it also helps you in many other ways. So like I showed you, here is the word for. For, we know, like that. But what about when we have a word like this? we look at it and go, oh no, that's a big, scary word. And I know that big words can be scary. But if we break down the word, it'll help us read. So we can break the word in half. We know this one, for, and then we can sound out this one, forever, forever, ever. So we have forever, and now we can read that word, right? Forever. It helps us break the word in half. So, then we have our punctuation power. We know that a period means full stop. An exclamation point also ends the sentence, and it's normally when you are excited or you are shouting. And we know that a question mark normally shows that you are asking something of someone or asking something of yourself, right? So, period, exclamation point, and question mark indicate stop, take a breath, and then continue reading. And then finally we have the retell power. We can tell someone what the characters, the setting, and the main events are, so we can tell them what we have just read, and that is what we are going to work on today. Yesterday, it was a little hard to hear, so I thought we could do this again. Here we have the character, setting, main event, retelling, plot. Up here, we can identify the characters. Here, the setting, and then down here, the main event, to help us organize our thoughts so we can retell someone the story. Okay? And today, we are going to read Turtles from Eggs to Ocean. Let me get a bit closer to help you guys see what it is we are reading. Turtles from Eggs to Ocean. I am Mariana Fuentes. I study sea turtles. So we have one character. Sea turtles live in water, but they lay eggs on land. We have a second character. We have Mariana as a character, and the sea turtles as the character, right? So what we can do already is fill that in on our plot. So character number 1, we have Mariana. And I'm writing in marker so you can see, but I expect you to use a writing pencil. Character number 2, the turtles. All right, so we have found 2 characters already, so we can put them in our plot. Let's keep reading to find out what happens. Sea turtles live in water, but they lay eggs on land. Sea turtles make nests for their eggs in sand. They make a hole and lay eggs. The eggs will hatch in about 2 months. All the turtles hatch at the same time. They will soon grow to be adult turtles. They can be up to 80 years old. And that is the end of our story. So who remembers, or who can look at the pictures and tell me what is the setting for this story? In here it talks about sand, and we have also the water. So I think maybe the beach would be a good setting for our story, right? So let's go back to our plot here. Characters, we put the characters in. Setting, beach, right? And we can tell that through the words and through the pictures. Good. All right, and then what are the main events? So the story first introduces sea turtles and tells us we're going to learn about sea turtles. And then it tells us how they lay eggs and then go live in the ocean. So first, turtles make nests for their eggs in the sand. Then they make a hole and lay their eggs. And then finally, 2 months later, the sea turtles will hatch and go live in the ocean. So first, they make a hole in the sand, then they lay their eggs, and finally, eggs hatch so they can go live in the ocean. So now let's write that down because those are the main events. So we have make hole in the sand, then they lay their eggs, and finally the eggs hatch. And they go live in the ocean. So we have the main events written here as well. Today for your homework, you're going to listen to a video that explains predictions, and then you are going to fill in this identity plot for a story that I will assign you, okay? Bye, grade 1.